Hey guys, this is my first video on my channel Read Alouds. This account is going to be about reading out loud books that are going to be reading to you. Either the books are going to be nonfiction, fiction, realistic, graphics, and more, or like fantasy, or drama, or and lots of other ones. But the first book that I'm going to be reading is called Wringer. It's a really good book. It's by Jerry Spino. The description or the bubble that tells about what it's about is the pigeon's eye is like a polished shirt button. The pigeon's eye is orange, with a smaller black button in the center. It looks up at him. It does not blink. It seems as if the bird is about to speak, but it does not. Only the voices speak. Ring it, ring it, ring it. He cannot ring it, nor can he let go. He wants to let go desperately, but his fingers are stone. And the voices chant, ring it, and the orange's eye stares. So that's what the book is about. So I'm going to be reading the first chapter, and I'm going to make more videos about each chapter that I'm going to be reading. So let's get started. Wringer by Jerry Spino. He did not want to be a ringer. This was one of the first things he had learned about himself. He could not have said exactly when he learned it, but it was very early, and more than early. It was deep inside, in the stomach, like hunger, but different from hunger, different and worse, because it was always there. Hunger came only sometimes, such as just before dinner or on a long ride cards. Then quickly it was gone the moment it was fed. But this thing, there was no way to feed it. Well, one way, perhaps, but that was unthinkable. So it was never gone. In fact, gone was something it could not be, for he could not escape in any more than he could escape himself. The best he could do was forget it. Sometimes he did so, for minutes, hours, maybe even for days or two. But this thing did not like or to be forgotten, like air escaping a punctured tire. It spread out from his stomach and be everywhere, inside and outside, up and down, day and night, just beyond the foot of his bed, in his sock drawer, on the porch steps, at the edge of the lips of other boys, in the sudden flutter from a bush that he had come too close to, everywhere. Just to remind him. The thing, this not wanting to be a ringer, did it ever knock him from his bike? Untie his sneaker lace? Call him a name? Stand up and fight? No, it did nothing. It was simply, merely there. A whisper of feather wings, reminding him of the moment he dreaded above all others. The moment when when the not wanting to be a ringer would turn to becoming one. In his dreams, the moment had already come. In his dreams, he looked down to find his hands around the neck of a pigeon. It feels sulky. The pigeon's eye is like a polished shirt. Oh my god, I'm sorry guys. The pigeon's eye is like a polished shirt button. The pigeon's eye is orange with a smaller black button in the center. It looks up at him. It does not blink. It seems as if the bird is about to speak, but is not. Only the voices speak. Ring it, ring it, ring it. He cannot ring it, nor can he let go. He wants to let go desperately, but his fingers are stone. And the voices chant, ring it, ring it, ring it. And the orange eye stares. Sometimes he wished it could come after him, chase him, and the thing he did not want to be. Then, at least, he could run from it. He could barely hide. But the thing never moved. It merely waited for him to come to it. And he would. He would come to it as surely as 9 follows 8 and 10 follows 9. He could not, sorry guys, he would come to it without having to pedal or run or walk or even move a muscle. He would fall smack into the lap of it without doing anything but breathe. In the end, he would get there simply by growing one day older. Chapter 2. So I guess today I'm going to be reading chapter 1 and 2. It wonders about the time. And so far, as what he said about ring it, is, I guess, it's like what it says in the back of the book about the pigeon's eye. So, here we go again. Guys, sorry about the, either I keep messing up a word or anything like that. I'm sorry. So yeah, let's get to chapter 2. This is on page 6, if you guys are following along. His mother's called, "Palmer, hurry, they're coming." The doorbell rang. "Palmer!" He flew downstairs. His mother waved him on. "Go, go! It's your birthday. You invited them." At the door he turned, suddenly afraid to open it. He did not want to be disappointed. "You sure it's them?" His eyes mother rolled. "No, it's my Aunt Millie." "Open it." He opened the door, and they were here. And they were Beans, Mudo, Henry, their 3 grinning faces shoving wrapped gifts into his chest, storming past him into his house. Beans bellowing, "Where's the grub?" Palmer stayed in the doorway, fighting back tears. They were tears of relief and joy. He had been sure they would not come, but they did. He wondered if they would give him a nickname. What would it be possibly? What would it be? Oh my God, I'm sorry, guys. What would it possibly be? But that was asking too much. This was plenty. They were here with presents. They liked him. He was one of them, at least. Arms full of gifts. He pushed the door shut with his foot and joined them in the dining room. Beans and scooping chocolate icing from the birthday cake into his fingers. With the drama of word swallower, he threw back his head and sank his fingers into his mouth. When it came out, it was clean. Mudo cackled and did likewise. Henry stared at Palmer's mother, who was glaring at Beans. Palmer's mother did not like Beans. She wasn't crazy about Mudo or Henry either, but she especially did not like Beans. "He's a sneak and troublemaker," she had said. "He got a mean streak." And she was right. But he was also the leader of the kids on the street, at least the ones under 10 years old. It had always been that way. Beans was boss, as surely and naturally as any king who would ever set upon a throne. But he's the boss. Palmer would explain to his mother, "Boss, my foot." She would snort and turn. Some things mother just did not understand. "Open the presents," Beans barked. He rapped on the table with a spoon. Mudo rapped a spoon also. Palmer dumped the gifts onto the table and for the first time took a good look at them. They were wrapped in newspaper, sloppily fitted and closed with black tape. No ribbons, no bows, no breaded paper. He tore it open first, and it was an apple core, brown and rotting. "It's from me," piped Mudo. "You like it?" Mudo howled. Palmer giggled. "It's great. Thanks." What a guy that Mudo. That other gifts were crusty, holey, once white sock from Henry, and from Beans, a thumb-sized brown something that Palmer finally recognized in ancient cigar butt. Silverware hopped as Beans and Moto pounded the dinner room table, laughing. Palmer's mother, still glaring, came with more gifts. These had ribbons, bows, and beautiful paper. Gee, she said, after those nice presents you got, I feel cheesy giving you this junk. Palmer opened them, a slacker ball, a book, a pair of sneakers, a Monopoly game. Thanks, Mom, he said. It was pointless to say more. Pointless to say. I like their presents just as much as yours, because they did them themselves. They mean something. It means we came into your house. We gave you a cigar, bud. You are one of us. Palmer's mother lit the candles, 9 of them, on the chocolate cake, the chocolate icing. She started off Happy Birthday song, but he soon was drowned out by the boys, who screamed it rather than sang. When they came to the line, Happy Birthday, dear, they glanced at each other and belted out, Snoots. Happy birthday to you. So they had done it after all. Given him a nickname, Snots. He moved his tongue silently over the name, feeling in shape. For a moment he wondered if he would be getting the treatment, but he pushed that aside. He was getting greedy. He had already been blessed enough for one day. Make a wish, said his mother.